What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Untamed. Untamed.
You got them exoticals for sale.
Boy.
Exoticals for sale.
Coming at you live for another episode of the Man What Podcast. Man What? I'm here with my favorite co-host, Celeste.
Mr. Exoticals.
You know it go down every single time we touch this. Right.
Yeah.
What's up, though, love folk?
Man, what's up?
What's the deal, gangly?
The dealio.
How you feeling, man? It's March. It's March. You know what that mean? March Madness coming soon. Come on.
Dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend the day to give a mind, bro.
Dress it up and go to NASA. 20 miles on the dash. Roll a pound up the gas. Lays in the Grand Rapids. Oh.
We're the one that kept it cool with all these niggas till the niggas start at. Shoot a nigga like a film in the movie, Nick Gauntlet had.
Hey.
Ballin' like it's March Madness. I was caught shooting Nick trash. Only one that live in lavish. Like I'm headed to the lavish. I don't wanna fuck the bitch about it, make me fuck it, even though she average. Hold on, real ones. Dirty Muddy in the cup. 45, I'm a gut.
This nigga finishing the whole song, guys.
Stop playing, bro, man. Y'all niggas don't know what that motherfucker. Hey, look.
Nah, that's
Look,
cool.
bro.
That's cool. That's one of my
Look,
favorite
bro.
Future songs.
That right there, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't there in 2015,
That's
you
top
just
level.
wouldn't understand.
That's top level song.
You just
Right?
wouldn't understand.
But let me take all this time right now to thank all the new subscribers, new fans, everybody. If this is your first time checking in, make sure you drop a comment, like, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe. You feel me? Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers be watching the shorts, but you're not subscribed. And the problem is that you're watching the shorts, but you're not subscribed. You see where I'm going with this? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. We got so much more content. We drop videos weekly, man.
Yes,
so y'all make sure that you tapped
focus.
in with the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bitch.
But what's up, man? What's good? What's the deal? What you been on, man?
Was on the bitch.
Sir.
Was on the bitch.
Sir. A little vulgar today, aren't ya? A little vulgar today, aren't ya?
Nah, hey, look. If y'all know anybody from Louisiana, you know.
Nah, in Louisiana, they be like, what's up, babe?
Nah, they say, what's on, bitch?
Nah, they be like, what's up, dick?
Whoa. Whoa.
What's up, dick?
You said what? Yeah, what's on, bitch?
No, what's up, dick?
What's on the bitch? What's on the bitch?
He not hearing me, y'all, man. All the Louisianas from the boot know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway,
cool,
you know, everything smooth. Everything smooth.
Man, you know.
Everything smooth like fresh pavement. You feel me?
Like fresh butter, boy.
Yeah,
like fresh butter,
Heard you was trying to
butter.
come get some of these exoticals that I got going on.
Whoa.
Is you swell, though? That's the real question. Is you swell?
Water.
Water. Man, shout out all the new people tuning in, man. We like to have a little fun on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? We don't just like to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? We got to treat it slow. We got to caress it. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We got to slide in there slow. We can't just get up in there. You feel me? Whoa, freak, man. That boy getting freaky today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know,
it's crazy.
You said caress, bro.
I meant caress.
You said
mic,
caress.
Man.
Whoa, that is crazy, bro. Caress the mic?
Yeah, bro. You gotta make love to the mic, bro. What you thought? Come on, man.
Proceed, brother. Proceed. Live your life.
Get on your 1-2, man. All right, so come on, man. Let's go ahead and start this show, man.
It's March,
Let's
not
go
Friday.
ahead and get into the first topic of the pod today, right?
Yes.
So I was
yes, what you
scrolling
talking about?
online the other day, man,
Yeah.
and I seen some craziness. 50 back
You
at it
seen-
again, bro.
Oh my God.
50 Cent is back at it again. And
Back
this
at it.
time he has the Harris family in his sights. He got online. He made fun of Tiny, man. Tiny, the sweetheart, the one that's near and dear to all of us. You know what I'm saying? He made fun of her looks, basically. And I don't know if y'all know. I know y'all seen the show back when they was kids, but these kids is grown men now, and they not going. They not going about their mama. So if you didn't see, what's the little one name? King. King got online. He been going back at 50 super hard. He even wore a shirt, bruh. When I seen this, I was kind of flabbergasted, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He wore a shirt with 50's mama on the front. And if y'all didn't know, 50 Cent mama is deceased. She's laying. She's resting right now.
Right.
He put her on a shirt. Not only that, we got Damani. Damani actually dropped a decent diss track. Did you hear it? You heard that,
Yeah.
Miss Jackson?
Yeah.
What you thought about
Yeah.
it, bro? What you thought about that?
Honestly, I thought Damani had the most creative and the best diss out of this whole thing. I think that nigga was ready for that. And honestly, that's how you supposed to react. Because King rap, T.I. rap, you rap is strong on all fronts. People on the internet were saying that T.I.'s other son, Messiah, posted a guitar riff and that was his diss. Because you know, Buddy Red do all type of psychedelic like rock music, all that type of stuff right there. So, you know, just to see everybody was active during that time, and you know, Tiny didn't have to come to the internet to say a thing. The men that her and T.I. raised, you know, they showed up for their mom. She ain't got to say nothing, you know. And I think this just goes to show, you know, people that, hey, bro, 50 don't care about boundaries or none of that shit. So he's willing to take it to hell. So I think he just met some people who was willing to go to hell with him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you it's like T.I. say, you got the right one. You know, and in this case, you got the right three.
Yeah, and as you should. I feel like
you're supposed to go to bat behind your mama though.
We watched them grow up. We watched the respect that T.I. instilled in them. You know what I mean? And I feel like they all have grown up to be some pretty decent men. You know what I mean? And as anybody would, somebody going at your mama, that's like the ultimate disrespect. I remember back when I was 10, 11. Man, the most disrespectful thing you could say is, yo mama so, yo mama this, yo mama that. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, them used to be fighting words.
That was a lot of fights back when I was coming up.
Yeah, that's fighting words, nigga.
That nigga was talking about my mom.
Yeah.
You don't even know your mama, Craig. It don't matter. Nobody talk about my mama.
That's funny.
So
that's funny.
Yeah. But amongst this whole beef, man, I feel like we did get a hit record out of T.I. I think that he brought back Old Tip. I think he brought back leaning hat Tip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he cut the dreads. You know what I'm saying? Went back to the fade, but that's when he dropped "Let 'Em Know," the song that he got produced by Pharrell, which is you know, it's going viral. A lot of people putting it in their internet videos, they TikToks and their reels, and all that type of stuff. So, you know, I think 50 caught him at the right time. It's like, yo, I'm finishing up an album. I'm in the studio right now putting shit together. So like, don't try me while I'm working, you know. And I think, 50 has kind of built this reputation of only really trolling people or doing like the memes or the online shit, to where now you kind of get into it with somebody who could get at you on record and is doing a damn good job of doing it. And now you're kind of boxed in, and people are like, "Oh, when you gonna rap? When you gonna rap?" And some people are split down the middle whether they think 50 should or even has to reply. I think that's the bigger question. What do you think? Do you think 50 has to reply,
I
or do
don't
you
think
think
50 will
it's
reply in a rap, and I don't think he has to
right?
reply in a rap. I think I seen a meme the other day. I don't know if 50
Right.
said it or not, but he was basically like, y'all rapping, but I don't have to rap. Like, and
Well,
I
he
think we
said,
all
he
know that
said, I don't.
50's big enough um to where he doesn't even have to. I mean, replying is one thing. Of course, he could go back
Yeah,
and forth with the jokes, but I don't think
yeah,
anybody that's went at 50 in the last 7, 8 years made him really
right,
want to rap. I don't think 50 really
right,
even
right,
cares
right.
about rap. I think he makes so much money off a whole bunch of
Yeah,
other ventures that rapping is probably like secondary. He's still
yeah,
going on tour on $1 million and $1 million, tens of million
yeah,
dollar
yeah,
tours off his old music. So
yeah.
what is the point of even rapping unless it's for like a theme song for your new
Right.
TV show or some shit like that? Other
Yeah.
than that, I don't
Whether
think 50
it
Cent is
has
going to
to.
reply in a way that the fans are trying to force him to, which is to make music. Um, I don't think
Yeah.
50 really even cares like that. Like, see, this is the thing about the internet, right? People don't realize that it's so easy for you to just post some shit and just log off.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, they're all replying and all that. I'm sure he sees it, but I don't think that it was really that serious for 50. I think he was just making a
Yeah.
joke, just as he always does. So I don't really think that
Hmm.
he's sitting at home like, Damani, you diss me, King.
Nah, of course not. Of course
Ti,
not.
you just. I think he's just sitting
Hmm.
back like, So
Yeah.
anyway, y'all ready for this
You know what I
new? Y'all
think?
ready for this new power? Or you know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
not
See,
worried
see,
about that
this
shit,
is
bro.
the interesting thing about this whole 50 Cent versus Ti and the Harris family. Essentially, um, it's a win-win for both of them, right? Because the people who are into Ti are kind of like brought into like this new era of Ti where maybe they felt like he was underappreciated, and now he's getting praise, right? Then Damani showcases his skill, so now people even look at him different, like, oh shit, like you're super nice at this. King kind of looks mature, and not mature in this situation, but like he looks honorable because he's coming to his mother's defense. Like he's like, nah, I'm standing on that. And 50, on the other hand, even though he's getting dissed in these records, a lot of 50's currency is and just being talked about on the internet, period. You know what I'm saying? So like whether it's good or bad, I don't think he necessarily cares. I think he just cares about his name being in the conversation because of what you said, which was, yo, I got this new season of Power coming out, or I got this new blah 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 coming out. It's a way to promote some shit. So I think this is one of those rare cases where it's a win-win for both sides. Even though I feel like this whole thing starting the way it did was on 50 because um, they were supposed to do a versus. Ti and 50 were supposed to do a versus, and from the way that I understand it, Ti says behind the scenes 50 made it seem like he would actually be down to do the verses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Ti looking at it like, all right, well, shit, I get a chance to show people that my name should be mentioned amongst the 50 cents and the top level big dogs in the game. And when he started mentioning it, I guess in interviews, 50 took it the wrong way and did what 50 do, which is, you know, post disrespectful memes, make jokes on the internet, and thing about it is everybody not playing. So, like I said, he ran into the right one, but it's a win-win for both of them because I think 50 just wants attention, and then I think Ti gets
put in the light for honoring his family. So do his sons. So
just to go on further with that point of, you said basically like Ti feels like he should be mentioned with the 50s and the this and the that. I think that at a certain point in time, especially when he stopped putting out so much music, he was definitely in the talks of that. Like
yeah,
people were always bigging up Ti even to this day, right? But I think that
well, not even to this day, because prior to him dropping his "Let 'Em Know" single, a lot of the talk around Ti's name was almost like people forgot. You know what I'm saying?
you know
So,
what?
and
It's
he even
because of
talked
all
about
that
that being a
shit when
part
he
of his
got caught with
rollout.
the guns and he did all that Crime Stopper shit. I think that, people respect his music, right? But Ti as a man, even with the other allegations that came out a few years ago, where that he snitched on his man or whatever, even though
Right.
that came out to not be true, it's just like a lot of that type of bad publicity
Yeah,
that's on Ti's name. And I
yeah.
think that a
I
lot of
think that's the main
the
point.
people that respected him as a man, kind of like shied away from even really talking about it. I'm sure that they still like
Yeah,
respect him, but
yeah.
they're not really talking about it in interviews and stuff like that. It's more like, oh, Ti,
Hmm.
yeah, next question, he did this and that
Right.
and I think that that's what really like drowns out all the good music that Ti
And
puts
that's
out.
crazy because I think that's just the perception because
Yeah.
none of that stuff went to court. None of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff
yeah. But
went to
perception is
the. You know what I'm
everything.
saying?
A good enough
Of
lie
course.
is better than the truth. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I
No, I
think
agree.
the
I
fire
agree.
that it did create at the time that it created it,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't true, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It did the
Yeah.
damage.
People will believe. Yeah. People will believe the lie if the truth isn't entertaining as the
Yeah,
lie.
it
So.
did the damage, and I think he wasn't vocal about it being fake as much as as the story was about him snitching and all that stuff. And I think just like the casual
Right.
listener, the casual fan, like, okay, if you want,
Yeah.
if you found out it was fake, it's because you kind of watched something that said that, or you went to go find out that information. It's not like it wasn't in your face as
The
much
way
as
the
the
Diddy shit
allegations
was.
were. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah, a good lie is always better than the truth, and it spreads faster. So I think that shit right there just really dampers Ti's legacy. But definitely Ti has always been making good music, and like I said, this song that he just put out, hit, and I think that if he gets the right push behind it, shit, he could have another one, could have another something going up. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. I
Ti
mean,
had a great
again,
rap.
man, like, and the thing is, Ti never like in terms of perception. I think the perception switched from him, but Ti's skill level has never dipped. Like even the albums that people didn't really listen to like that, like the Libra Scale album, the joint he did with Pharrell, like way back, like I forgot the name of that. I think it was called dang, what is the name of that album? I don't know, but even that album has some really great music on it. So again, uh, for him to come back and be able to show people that he could still rap at a high level, and then he came back even crazier just in honor of his family. Like that nigga speaking on his family name. You know, just kudos to Ti, man, and kudos to Southern hip hop because you know, a lot of times y'all try to count motherfuckers out and act like, you know, they can't rap at that level. But y'all forget we got artists like Ti. Y'all forget we got Three Stacks. Y'all forget we got Scarface, people like that. So shout out to Ti. Shout out to Damani because that shit was fire. I've been uh, looking at Damani's Instagram and I'm like, damn, he been dropping heat.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, and I'm actually a fan of Damani, and I've been watching him for a few years, and
right.
he's really cultivated his own core fan base,
Mm-hmm.
especially on social media. I think that he is able to do a couple shows or whatever, but I think he just makes music like from the heart. It's kind of like real respectable music as opposed
Yeah,
to
no, for sure.
early King when King was making like kind of like trap type of stuff, and a lot of people was clowning King
Yeah.
about that. But I think that Damani in the past year or two seen the path that King was going on, and he like kind of like took him and you know guided him to being able to get to a better place in music, and I think the fans are very receptive to that, because even King's music is starting to, you know what I'm saying, people are starting to respect it, and especially if you, like I said, if you look on social media. But Damani been putting out heat. He had a couple of like little sleeper build hits that his fan base definitely cherished. So it's cool. I like to see it. I like the fire. I feel like all of them are putting out some fire shit. And it's sad it took 50 Cent to talk about their mama to really get the spotlight on the Harris family. But I think it's a good spotlight nevertheless, even though it's on some bad terms. But I think it is definitely good for the family. I think they all going to make some good money off of this. And even though it's not about the money, it's obviously about family. But I think they're going about it the right way. And 50 just being 50. 50 always doing some shit. He loves being the villain. He loves being the bully, and that's just who 50 is. And that's cool, you know. That's cool. Somebody probably got to beat him up. I don't know if they will though. I don't know if they will. 50 a big dude, but shit. And he rich as shit. So I don't think anybody gonna be doing nothing to 50 anytime soon. But
yeah,
you know.
So into just like some more music news. There's an article that came out and says David named as target of grand jury murder probe in Celeste Rivas Hernandez's death. So we talked about this story a couple months back, and we just said we keep y'all updated. So it's starting to seem like dude is actually the main suspect in this case, killing this 14-year-old girl. So
I mean, as he should be. Like, if anybody who's been a fan of David or who was a fan of David, because I think that those people are few and far between now, since all of this stuff came out. But David's music has always been like the dark emo type of punk rock, you know what I mean? And he's always had like very crazy concepts for videos and just crazy like clothing and stuff like that. So I think for him to be named as one of the main suspects, is obvious. I just don't think that there was much evidence at first to actually get a charge for him. But I think as time goes on, more things are being found out, different avenues unravel, and and I think it's good. Definitely, David is definitely a sick motherfucker. Just the fact that you even had an intimate relationship with, you know, a kid, basically. Like, this guy was having an intimate relationship with a kid, and you're a grown man, you know. So I think that that's just sick. It's very manipulative, and I think that during the last year, David has lost a lot. You know, he was on a rise. You know, I first heard of him. I started listening to his music. I was like, you know, this is actually pretty. I mean, it's sick. It's sick. It's more emo, but it's dope. It's just dope artistry. You know, at the time it was dope artistry. But then when you find out that some of this stuff that he speaks about may have actually happened, some of these dark, twisted, like, almost dreams that we thought it was. We thought that it was just like subject matter, but it's seeming like a lot of this is coming from a real place, and I think that place that it's coming from is like really dark and just menacing. So I think that David is in a horrible place right now, and if he did do that, and if he had any part, I think that he definitely should rot, and he definitely should go to jail. And you know, face the consequences, because all in all, this was a young girl. You know, though she was troubled or whatever, she ran away from home. That's still no reason for her to end up the way that she ended up. You know what I mean? I think that it's just a horrible, and this is a tragedy, and David wasn't really hip hop, so I don't think a lot of the hip hop media really has too much to say about it because nobody really knew about David. Other than it was kind of like this this thing that was growing. You know what I'm saying? If you knew, you knew, type of thing, like kind of cult following. But I think that as the story broke, a lot more people were exposed to his music, and sad to say that it's good music, but it's coming from a place where I don't think people can forgive. Even the allegations is the same thing. Like, whether it's a lie or not, whether he had anything to do with it or not, it's just the allegations on the name. He'll never be the same. And I felt like he was on a real good rise before all of this happened. He was on tour. He was selling out. He was selling merch. And I think that once this happened, I think it's over. It's over for David as far as like being a bigger superstar, because he was already huge. But I think it's only downhill from here. No matter what happens, just having this on your name is just ridiculous. So
yeah, no, 100%, 100%, man. Man, rest in peace to Celeste, man. Because again, 14-year-old girl, whether she ran away from home or not, that's no reason that she should end up, dead in a Tesla at 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Body decomposed. So yeah, it's just sick. But rest in peace to her, and I hope justice is served, man. I do.
I'm sure it will be. They're not letting off this case.
Nah. But I wanted to talk about this with you. Paramount wins the bidding war for Warner Bros. With a $110 billion bid, and Netflix withdraws their $82 billion offer. So a few months ago, it was reported that Netflix was buying Warner Bros., that they were going to get the entire HBO Max catalog. They were going to get all this stuff. And it was a very, it was seen as like a big power move for Netflix. Everybody thought that, Netflix put their dick on the table. $82 billion, that's a good amount of money. But that was their offer. That wasn't actually them buying Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Was still holding out for a bigger deal, and they did eventually find that bigger deal with Paramount. So the significance of the price in which why Netflix eventually turned down withdrew their bid was because Warner Bros. Wanted to also sell them the cable rights. But as you all know, Netflix is big on streaming, so they were like, what the fuck do I want cable rights for? Why would I pay you an extra $20-something billion for some shit I don't care about? So Paramount thought, shit, we'll take it. We see the value in that. So they paid $110 billion for it. That means Paramount will now own the following content: HBO, HBO Max, CNN, CBS, DC Studios, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon, MTV, Showtime, TNT, Comedy Central, TCM, Harry Potter, DC Comics, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Transformers, SpongeBob, Avatar, Mission Impossible, Mortal Kombat, The Conjuring, Star Trek, A Quiet Place, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Looney Tunes. Says Netflix shares jumped more than 13% in after-hours trading, indicating that investors were happy to see the company walk away from the deal. Warner Bros. Fell, with investors no longer anticipating a bidding war. Paramount shares were little changed. So, actually, people who are invested in Netflix were happy to see that they walked away. So Netflix kind of actually ended up making more money because they didn't take this deal. So I thought that was interesting.
I think that was a heavy price tag. I think that they ultimately took it because of the extra couple of billions. And I think anybody that's a shareholder in WB, to sell basically the full catalog of it, obviously they're looking for the most dollar amount. It's just like kind of like an artist selling their catalog. Like you're not going to sell it to somebody
Yeah, of course.
for a cheaper price. You're going to try to obviously get the best price. I think having all that stuff on Netflix would have been dope, but I kind of feel like Netflix is like selling like spreading themselves thin, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're trying to buy out everything, but I think that there's so much content already on Netflix that we don't really need WB on there. You know what I mean? Definitely got some great shows, great networks. But I think that we need a company like Paramount to ultimately own that, because I think that their focus is not their focus can be on making better shows and making like better content. I think Netflix has a lot on their plate, and 82 billion.
See, but that extra 20 billion, which is the 100, because the 82 was for Netflix,
an extra 30 billion.
It's almost like an extra 30 billion, damn near, because 82 billion versus
that's 32.
110. Yeah, that's about like 28, 29. Something like that. Either way, my nigga, that extra 30 billion, is it 32?
Yes.
How? What do you mean?
No,
Wait,
no,
hold on.
It's
28.
22.
Is
22,
is it 87? Is it 87 or 82 billion from Netflix?
Oh, I thought you said 88. My fault. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's a lot of fucking money. Basically, that's
20
what they're
billion
saying, and the shareholders
but my thing is that extra 20 billion. My thing is that extra 20 billion is for linear cable. So they're investing in some shit that's low key dying.
Yeah,
it's
actually dead. I don't even really know anybody. I remember when I was growing up, like cable was a big thing. Everybody wanted to have cable, but I think that the new cable obviously is Paramount Plus and Netflix and Amazon. Nobody really watches cable. I haven't met somebody that had remember when Dish Network and all that other type of shit. I haven't met somebody with cable in a long time. It's been like almost 10 years, and just coming off that, I've been on streaming. I haven't had cable in my apartments or my houses since probably about 10 years ago. I was always been watching YouTube, even before the Netflix and all this other type of stuff came out. I've always been watching you. I would rather sit and watch videos from like content creators. So, for them buying the cable rights, but the thing about it is though, I think that just because people that we know don't have cable, I think a lot of people still do pay for cable. So I think that them paying the extra 20 billion, they're trying to own the last of whatever is dying. You know what I mean? It's still gonna go on for a few more years, and I'm sure they'll make that money back before the last person cuts their cable off. You know what I mean? So I do think, and plus I think Paramount really needed this. Paramount is cool. But it's not the top contender when we're talking about streaming and when we're talking about like the big places where a lot of monthly people go to watch their content, and Netflix is, honestly. So I think if Netflix would have bought that, I think Netflix is starting to become like kind of like a monopoly. They're trying to own all the major pieces that have to do with movies and videos, so I'm glad that Paramount actually was able to get this off, because like I said, it puts more competition in the air. And then like the things that they bought, all of these shows, bro, these are classic shows, these are classic networks. So I feel like they're them getting it, they're definitely gonna be able to make a lot more money just off this. And Netflix is gonna make money no matter what. I'm sure their stock did go up just because Even just having your name in the papers or whatever, it's all good. Man, if this dog doesn't shut the hell up, hold on.
For sure.
Continue with what you're doing. I gotta go beat my dog.
Nah, for sure. Look, so you know, as we take a brief intermission, you might hear some screaming, some crying, some yelling in the background. But sometimes you gotta tell these dogs to shut the fuck up. And that's just what it is, bruh. So brief intermission while we handle some shit that we need to handle, motherfuckers.
Sorry.
You ain't see none of that. You ain't see none of that.
I didn't beat my
We
dog.
had to chop that little nigga neck off.
I just went out there and I scared her up a little bit.
No.
But anyway, yeah, that's great. That's great for Paramount.
Nah, for sure. Shout out to them, man. Fucking $110 billion to spend. I wonder where all that money came from. Hella shareholders, hella investors, all that. Let me see.
So what's next on the plate, man?
Man. NBA, man. NBA is shaping up and it's looking good, bro. We got a healthy Shea back. We got a healthy Jokic back. The Timberwolves are 5-1 in their last 6 games. The Celtics are looking good. It's just an exciting year in basketball, bro. If you're not watching hoops right now, man, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, my thing is, this happens with every generation, right? Where you only kind of like fuck with the people from like your era.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think people do this thing where they only fuck with the sports from their era. But man, if you see what some of these young niggas is doing, bro, it's fucking incredible, bro. Like, Wemby, if he stays healthy, bro, he damn near might fuck around and be one of the best basketball players to ever play the game, bro. Like, just his physical advantage, like his love for the game, bro. Like, the fact that the fucking Spurs are on like an 11-game winning streak. They done hit 40 wins before they hit 20 losses. They 41-16, bro. Like, we didn't expect Wemby to develop this fast or that team to develop this fast. But just a couple years ago, I remember us saying they have to develop a team, and now they have one of the best teams in the league, bro. It's fucking insane. So, shout out Wemby, man. Shout out De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Julian Champagnie, any other guys that I'm missing. But that team is solid, bro, and I think they're going to make a deep playoff run. There's also supposed to be a vote for the city of Las Vegas to get a NBA team. And I believe that if that happens, they were contemplating putting the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Eastern Conference Finals, which I think low-key would be hard because that'll build up the East the way they need to be built up right now. Like, they got Detroit, they got the Celtics, they got the Knicks. I think they got a young Hornets team with Con Knuckle. They got Miami. They got Orlando on the bubble. I think Minnesota fits right into that conference. So, if they do get that extra team on the West, and then the Minnesota Timberwolves go to the East, I think that'll be fire, super fire. So, hopefully it happens. I haven't updated myself about it since the last time I read about it, but if that happens, shout out to the Timberwolves, man. I think they're gonna get one in the next couple years too. They got a solid ass team.
I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for it. I've definitely been rooting for the Timberwolves. I think they got a lot of good young pieces, and a lot of great talent. So I'm rooting for them. I just think that they need, like, Anthony Edwards he's fire. He's a great player, right? But I think the comparisons to the greats of him, I think that that weighs on him a lot. You know what I mean? And some games we see spurts of that, we see spurts of greatness, but other games they're not that good. You know what I mean? Well, he's not that good. I mean, and what I mean for him is he's on another level. I'm talking about not good for him is like fucking 17-5. You know what I mean? As opposed to having fucking 29 and 10 and fucking 3 4 threes. So
The nigga averaging 30 this season.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a great game for him. But I feel like he still has a long way to go. I think in order for Anthony Edwards to be like that player that we need him to be, I think he needs to have. He's playing a great season, but I just think like if we had a grade, this is an A season. I think for him to have A plus, he's gonna have to get 35 a game. He's gonna have to really buckle down. I think that a lot of these close games,
I don't think he have to, bro, because he got a solid ass team, bro. I think man just got
yeah. I'm just saying, like all
toughen
of
up on
these
defense.
close games that they're losing.
Right.
I think he needs to buckle down and he needs to shoot the game winning shots and he really just needs to embrace his superstardom. I think that's the only way. You're not watching the
games, G.
I think that's the only way that that they will be able to win because there's a lot of other teams with more experienced casts, more experienced players that ultimately when they do make it to the playoffs, they get beat out by these other teams because of that, because of the experience, because of just the dog in them. So I think that in order for Anthony to win a championship, he's gonna have to put his nose down and become just a dog like Kobe. And look at the people that we're even comparing him to, just to show you how great he is. You know what I mean? Like Kobe, a dog. You know what I'm saying? When the game is on the line, he's trying to score. He's trying to get the last, but he's not passing it, and he's making it too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. Like, to take the shot, the game-winning shot is one thing, but to make it, like in these tough moments, the end of the second half, the end of the first half, the end of the game, just to buckle down and be that guy.
Right.
And he is. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jordan, a dog. When the game is on the line, when they're down 5, he comes and hits 2 threes back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with LeBron. Like, especially younger LeBron was just a dog. And I see sparks of that in Anthony Edwards. And I think that once he does win that first championship, that's when we'll really see the best version of Anthony Edwards. That next year following the championship, I think he's going to know exactly what he needs to do. And I think right now he's just figuring it out. The whole team, they're just figuring it out. And I think that once they get all those pieces clicking, that the Timberwolves could damn near be the best team in the league. You know what I mean? Next to OKC, obviously.
But they didn't show to me.
They got to slay them.
They didn't show that they didn't show that they could beat everybody who is a somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't beat OKC, dogged them niggas. They dogged Denver the other night, and it didn't even take AE to go crazy. The whole team was going crazy. Bones was going crazy. Rudy was doing what he needed to do. Nash Reed was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So again, they're just playing good team ball, bro, and it seemed like they don't panic under pressure, bro. Like they show up in big moments. Again, AE take that final shot and he make it. You got double defenders on you. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You gonna put it up? You gonna pass it? He gonna put it up and he gonna drain it.
Yeah, that's what the fuck I do.
So it's like, that's what I do. That's what I do. Even cussing out his coach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, don't tell me to pass the ball. This the moment. This is what you want me for.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We need more of that. I like that fire. I like that willingness to go get that bucket. I like it. Like that's what we need. We need that all the time from AE. You know what I'm saying?
We need that from AE.
We need that.
But there's another initial we need to talk about, and I ain't talking about the player when I say this. We talking about AD. You You talking about AD, Aisha Diaz, man. It's the last topic of the day, and I want you to sound off on this, bro, because I thought it was egregious. She said, in order to date her, a man needs to give her $45,000 to $50,000 per month to cover her bills and to have a little extra play money. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you want to get her nails done, go shopping, do this, do that. Now, obviously, she ain't talking to no nigga who make 45, 50K a year. But even if you had that, would you pay somebody $600K a year just to be with you and not work? Be at your beck and call? $600K a year? How you feel about
Honestly,
that, bro?
honestly, I'm gonna start by saying this. Just her saying that, it really speaks to the caliber of man that she dates, and I'm not talking about caliber as respectability. I'm talking about more like money.
Yeah.
Because when
Financial.
when you listen to a bitch like that talk, when you listen to her demands from a man, you can just see the type of men that she deals with. And honestly, to answer your first question, fuck no. I don't give a fuck how much money I have. If a bitch thinks that she's gonna get online and spew that bullshit and say that I need a man to give me 50 racks a month, first of all, where the fuck do these bitches get the right? Where do they get the right to think that a man has to pay them to be with them? Do they not know that there's billions of other women in the world? What makes a woman think that she's so valuable that she's going to make more than a doctor just to sit around and look pretty? Now, mind you,
Because niggas have paid it before. That's what I'm saying.
Mind you. And like I said, yeah, it speaks to the caliber of men that she's talking to, right?
Yeah.
But I think that there are a lot of other women, right, that look better than she does, that don't require as much. And I think that any man that deals with her knowing that her intentions are to get the most money out of you, I think any man that would deal with her long term is just an idiot. You know what I mean? Because that's an expense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And look, if you got it, you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it, and I get it, right? Obviously there are men that will deal with her because her head, you could just see where her head is. Obviously men have done that for her to even require that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that with this social media era and a lot of these women that are influencers and they're getting money and they're in these parties, they're able to get around men who have the means to be able to provide that. I think that social media is really fucking up the average woman, right? Because a lot of these girls that get on here, they're always the ones that have a little motion. Of course, they're getting a lot of money, right? But I think that the message that they're putting off to a lot of women is really unattractive. I don't think that as a woman you should be bragging publicly about how much money you require and how much a man has to give you. I think that that's so unattractive, right? And she said for her to be put up if a man doesn't want her to work or whatever. And I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for if you want your woman to be at home. But if I'm giving you $600,000 a year, I need you to shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you unless I tell you to, which is fucked up. I'm going to just preface it by saying that this is fucked up, right? It's a fucked up mindset. But if I'm giving you $600,000, I need you to shut the fuck up. I need whenever the fuck I call you, you be right there immediately. If I need you to do something, you better be right there. You know why? Because for her to require this as a woman, right? people who work a job, right? If you make that much money, if your boss calls you, you're right there immediately. If he needs your report, you're right there writing the report immediately. Blah, blah, blah. It could go on, right? But these women are so full of themselves that they think that they just deserve that. I don't think anybody who doesn't work hard deserves that amount of money just cause. You know what I'm saying? $600,000, bro. That's a salary that 1% of the United States makes. It's just the entitlement. I'm just so tired of this. I'm tired of this culture of women who think that they just deserve free money to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And bro, you could find a bad bitch that doesn't need $600,000 a month. I mean, a year. You know what I'm saying? That will do anything that you ask her to do. I'm just so tired of it, bro. I'm tired of the messages that these women are giving the regular woman, because now regular women are requiring certain things. You know what I'm saying? They're requiring your man to make $200, $400, $1 million a year and stuff like that, bro. It's just not realistic. Most people don't make that. So for you to get on these interviews and spew that you need a man for this and you need a man for that, and he needs to give you extra, I couldn't believe it. She said not only does she need her bills paid, but that's not enough. She needs extra money past. She needs extra money past getting her nails and her hair and her feet and all that other done. She needs money. She needs money to save if the relationship doesn't work out. Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously, are you I'm disgusted by that. Are you kidding me? Not only do you need money for your bills and money for you to look good and clothes and cars and all that, but you also need me to give you money to save?
Yeah, if you don't want her working.
Man, fuck that bitch. All right, fuck her and fuck any bitch that thinks like that. All right, if you require that much money, you're a hoe. I'm not even gonna lie. Only a hoe requires money like that. Only a hoe sees money like that.
I mean, honestly, that's what I thought she meant when she said 40 to 45 to 50K a month. I mean, like, oh, you mean like I'm paying for a service, essentially.
Yeah.
So
you gotta be a hoe. Only a hoe will require money like that. Only a hoe
because
talks
I personally
like that about money that she needs from men.
See, my thing is like, what are you doing to make this money? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you making 45 to 50K a month on your own? I would need to know that.
Exactly. And I think that a lot of women nowadays, especially like social media influencer women, are these people that are popping online. They all have this fucking misconception that they require from a man more than they can do for their self. Like, there's no way you're out here fucking making $600,000 a year and you're sitting yourself and you're telling a man that's what you require from him. You know what I mean? And she's the type of bitch that she'll make her money and won't get you shit. You have to get her everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just don't think that any man who respects themselves, any man who has an ounce of dignity would even entertain a female like that beyond a one-night stand, beyond a 2-month stint of fucking in on vacation. Like, this is the type of bitch that you bring out on vacation for a week and then you tell her to get the fuck on, right? Because that's not an asset. Having a woman like that is not an asset. That's a liability. You know what I'm saying? And it may be fun for a while, but I think that women like this are the reason that a lot of motherfuckers go broke. You know what I'm saying? Trying to appease women like this. I don't think any woman needs $600,000 a year that she doesn't earn herself. No woman needs that, right? And for you to even verbalize that that's what you want out of a man, you don't deserve a man. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't deserve a man. You don't deserve a man
And
because
I mean,
there's women that look
and the
better
thing
than
is,
you that require less
the
than
guy
you.
you're looking for, yeah. And the thing is, the guy you're looking for is probably seeing this, like, huh? Well, never mind. 45, 50,000. I don't want to spend the extra 45, 50,000 a month.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the
Extra 40
expectations
to
is just
50 a month.
so crazy.
God
Like,
damn.
bro. And
It's still just a
obviously
lot
she's
of
not
money.
talking to your average Joe, because no average Joe man is gonna make, bro. In order to give her 600,000, how much money would you need to make in order to give
order to
a
give
year to
somebody
give
six-
somebody 600, anyone, just $600,000 a year? Realistically, how much money would you have to make for that to be feasible for you?
Probably like damn near 9 figures, to be honest.
That's what I'm
I would say
saying.
damn near 9
So you
figures.
need a man that makes 10 million a month. I mean, a year. Kevin Samuels, where you at, man?
a hundred. I need 100 a year, nigga. If I'm giving 600 a year, a month, nigga. Think about it. If I'm with this girl for 10 years, nigga, that's $6 million.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man. The
So,
messages
damn.
that Kevin Samuels got off, though they were harsh, rebuked this type of thinking from women. I don't think any woman should think like this. And even if you did think like this, I think it's so unattractive for you to get online and say it. It's just so disrespectful, because when you see a man, all you see is a dollar sign. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up, because if
Word, nigga. There's a part in the clip where she's talking, and the nigga interviewing is like, "What about love?"
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a demon, bro. Ain't no love.
He
It's the only love
said,
that
"What
she
about
has.
love?"
The only love that she has is for your money, right? Because to off the bat say that you need a man to make whatever amount, right? It totally dismisses love. There's no love there. You have to make this amount of money before anything could even happen. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about love with her. It's about money. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't tricking if you got it, right? I'm gonna keep on saying that, like, because there are men that will pay that. There are men that make that much money, right? But women, when you find a man like that, he's not looking at you as a partner. He's looking at you as a hoe. He's gonna have multiple women, right? And the best thing to do with a chick like this is just pretend that you're gonna do it, smash her, whatever, smash her friends, and put her on about her fucking business. Like, you do not need a woman like this. A woman like this is toxic. A woman like this will call the police on you and get you arrested. A woman like this will try to take everything that she can from you. A woman like this, when you break up with her, she's there's allegations, there's trouble with women like this. Never date a woman who's only about money unless she has a bag herself. You never get a woman, because she's always talking about, oh yeah, this is the stuff that I do for myself. The bitch does not make $600K a year. No, she doesn't. What does she do? What does she do? Okay, she has an OnlyFans. Bruh, there's literally 90,000 women that has an OnlyFans.
Oh shit.
What does she do?
And there was a little post on Twitter that said she raised her price after that clip went viral.
As she should. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her getting her money. I'm mad at women that think like her. I'm mad at that mindset that you require a man. Now look, on a younger scale, on a littler scale, of course, as a woman, you want a man who can provide. Okay, understood, and that makes 100%. But the overabundance is ridiculous. It's just unrealistic. You see what I'm saying? And it may be realistic for her, but the audience that she's speaking to thinks that they deserve that as well. bro. There's only a
Yeah.
couple of men that make that amount of money, and that's why y'all are always third and fourth and fifth options for men, like, because you're all these women are going for the same group. It's just like Kevin Samuels was saying. I wish he was still alive, man. Bless Kevin Samuels. All these women are going for this small group of men. And then they're mad that they can't find love and that they can't have a family and this and that, right? Because when they're at their prime, they're requiring all of these exorbitant amounts from people, right? And then once they get 30, 35, 40, and their beauty is fading and they're not as valuable anymore, now it's a problem. Now you don't want men to date younger women. Now when a 40-year-old man is dating a 25-year-old, it's disgusting, and you should be with women your age. Yeah, well, when you were in your prime, all you cared about was money. You didn't care about love. You didn't care about friendship and family and having a moral compass. All you cared about was the money that you can get out of people. And like I said, it just goes to show her mindset, because I'm sure that that's not even just the mindset she has for men. I'm sure she only is friends with people with this amount of money, and she's on, you know what I'm saying? She only hangs around spots where she can find somebody with, like, bro, just that whole lifestyle is garbage. And I think women need to wake the fuck up, right? And just have more respect for yourself and have more moral when it comes to finding a partner. You know what I mean? Obviously, you don't want to sacrifice security, and that makes sense. You want somebody who can help you or take care of you. It makes perfect sense. But when you sell yourself like that, all you're gonna get is bullshit. You're only gonna get men that want to fuck and duck and whatever. You may get the bag that you want. You may get a car out of it or whatever the fuck, right? But all you're doing is jumping from dick to dick and collecting what you can collect. And then at the end of the day, everything that you have that you talk so highly about, that oh, I got this and that, not yeah, that's because you went from man to man to man to man, and over 10 years now you've collected a car, a house, this and that and that, you know, which is cool, but Man, fuck these hoes, bro. Fuck these hoes. Any woman that thinks like that, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care how much money I have. I won't be objectified like that as just a fucking dollar sign. You know what I mean? Unless you just want to shut the fuck up and get fucked whenever the fuck I want to, and bring your friends, and you know what I mean? Like, there's a job that goes with that. How about that? There's a job that goes with that amount of money. And you might not like the job. So that's all I got to say about that, man. Women,
hey, man,
do better.
I think that's the episode right there, boy. You can end on that note.
Man, you just finished watching another episode of the Man What Podcast with me, your boy, Ante. You know the rest, right? Well, we gonna say it together. Yeah. I'm here with my favorite co-host, Khalil Jamal. It goes down every single time we touch this mic. If you made it this far, make sure you click the link to the left or the right. We got so many other videos, so many other topics. You know, if you want us to talk about a specific topic, or you know, you just want to party and bullshit, just make sure you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. We're on all social medias. Go check out some of our clips on our TikTok, on our Instagram. You know, and just be more interactive. We're doing a call to action. We want all of our followers and all of our subscribers to be more engaged, to let us know what you think. Even if you disagree, even if you hate it, let us know you hate it. You know what I'm saying? If you love it, let us know you love it. Just be more interactive, because we are trying to grow. We are trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark this year. So just help us get to it. You know, shout out Gam. This is her favorite podcast. She watches every single weekend. We love it. So that's the end of the episode, man. We out it, bit. Man. What? Peace.